fix this. What's going on, y'all? Today we have a Plat Genji VoD review. This is actually a player on a team that I kind of help out with, like, you know, getting them better and shit. Anyway, this is like one of their tank players playing Genji. Right off the bat, I'm liking what he's doing. Kind of just going here to poke. Even if all you're doing is hitting shield, I like this. You can kind of play Genji like a burst assassin kind of now. It's kind of weird to it's kind of hard to describe, but doing this in poker for charge I think is very acceptable. At this point, start backing up. You see the silhouettes of your team falling back, so you're gonna want to fall back with them. You have both defensive abilities, so once you see some pressure put on you, you could deflect and walk to safety and get healed, or you could dash back to the core of your team. It's up to you. You spend a little too long here poking at nothing. I would say if you're hitting 1 out of 8 shurikens, I think it'd be better to put those into the shield or reposition and get a better angle, because shooting 3 or 4 left clicks into that little spot under the car, it's wasting a lot of time and giving you no value. Whereas if you're shooting shields, you're at least pressuring something. Right here, I don't know if you're expecting healing, because you have 2 big healers with Moira and Mercy. But you kind of just walk across the enemy's LOS for at least 2 or 3 seconds. And you had deflect up, you had dash up, you could have dashed to safety, you could have deflected and walked to safety. But instead you kind of just stare at the enemy and just, I guess, hope they miss shots. That was a bad idea. If you see 6 enemies looking at you, it's almost never a bad time to press deflect. Especially if you're frontlining. Let's see what happens next. I don't know why I looked at the Winston. Also, let's talk about their comp a little bit. Zen is fun to verse. McCree is fun to verse. Junkrat's, whatever. Ana's not too fun to verse, but she's not terrible. And then their tanks are okay. So if you see Zen or McCree separated, you should win that 1v1 if you dash in and you have deflect available. You should win that 1v1 against either of those. Here, poke roll charge. It's good. Once you see your Ryan getting more aggressive is when I would start diving. How you got that kill, I'll never know. But their Ana is dead. This is your time to get aggressive. You see McCree's missing almost half HP. A right click plus dash plus melee from this range might kill him. Eey, you just completely whiffed there. Hold on, I want to see how much damage you did there. Where's my boy at? Okay. So all you hit there was a dash. You didn't hit any shurikens or a melee. If you hit 2 shuriken in the melee, he would have died because he was below 90 HP at a certain point. Anyway, your Ryan's back up. You could have dashed in and killed a Sigma. That's fine. Dash in. Oh wow, it was clean. Good job, Jordo. That was very clean. For this McCree. So let's talk about dueling a little bit on Genji. I like the fact that you're going in very aggressively here. Their main tank's dying. You go for the fat hitbox target of Zen and hit a really smooth dash right click. That was clean. Now here in this McCree, I would relax. Just relax. He wastes his flash. You win that 1v1 easy. Hold on. Okay. He wastes flash. All you do is cancel deflect, right click, and dash through him. And then you start panicking and hopping and hopping and hopping and hopping and hopping, and you never get your dash back, and you die because of that. Sure, your tank should have been more aggressive, but there's still like a ton more you could have done better. You could have canceled deflect, right clicked him, and that would have been a-okay. But instead, you dash behind him without right clicking beforehand, and then missing your right clicks afterwards. Against McCree with his really fat hitbox, just hit your shots and you'll be fine. You can take time to line them up. Like, I'm confident you could hit a shot if you line it up against McCree. Alright, let's see. A few seconds forward. Alright, so it's been around, what, 2 minutes into the game? Well, yeah, 2:44. We'll figure 40 seconds been in spawn. So it's been around 2 minutes into the game. I think it would be safe to assume Zen has ultimate. However, he doesn't have ultimate. I would have assumed he did, excuse me, and this would be a misplay. But if you don't think he has transfer, you could get a really good blade, especially with damage boost. Now, a damage boosted blade does not the same amount of damage as Nano Blade, but it pushes it over the damage threshold for when you slash and dash. It makes it above 200. I believe it does a slash and dash normally would deal 180, but with the 30% boost, it goes up to like 180 plus 54. 234, I think? Yeah. This Zen should get clapped. Okay. I think I see a big issue. If I'm counting correctly, I think I saw a big issue there. So you dash in. Let me give you a tip. Right click before you dash, especially against a big target like that. Like, imagine giving your dash a free 60 damage on top of it. You might as well do it, because this Zen would be almost dead right now if you right click before you dash. He would be dead right now. He would be dead. You would have your dash. You could go for that Sigma. Legitimately, all you need to... You want to get Diamond Jordan? Just right click before you dash, bro. It's that fucking simple. With Blade, you're gonna get tranced, so don't do that. Don't Blade is what I would normally say, actually, but I'm looking at your team comp with Grab Dragon. It's okay to dash up, pop Blade, because if you dash up and pop Blade, what's gonna happen is their Zen is gonna trance. At that point, you want to kind of disengage, have your whole team play slow, and then use your Grab Dragon combo afterwards. This way, you get their trance out, you get a free Grab Dragon, and then you win the fight. However, do not expect the kill against the trance with your Blade. Like, I know with Nano Blade and with Damage Boost Blade, you could burn through it, but it's I would rather you didn't try and force that if you don't know how to do it. If you practice it in practice range, go right ahead. That's acceptable. But I know you don't have too much time on Genji, so I wouldn't recommend that as the play. Your Zarya kind of threw her graph. That's a tragedy, bro. Zarya threw her grab to panic contest the point. Anyway. I would be looking at my team right here. You're AFKing. I would look at my team silhouettes. All I would do, instead of looking at nothing, I would look down here, see where my tanks are. If my tanks are all the way back in spawn, I'm like, oh, I should probably back up a little bit. Because if someone dashes up here, if Junkrat comes up here, if Sigma comes all the way around, which I know might sound weird, but that's something I would do in Sigma, take this off angle, then you're going to be fucked because there's nothing behind you. Like, the team's really far. So, until your team kind of takes, up here, I wouldn't push as deep as you are right now. Like, you have an escape, sure. It's just, you're not going to be able to do much from here. Poking from here is useless because you already have Blade. Alright, let's see what you're about to do. I don't know what your plan is. I don't know why you're not doing anything. Your tanks have their attention. The enemies, everyone's shooting. Your teammate's dying, and you're just AFK. This is really bad, Jordan. It's been like, what, 20-something seconds? Like, you're contesting cart. That's cool. Your team's losing the fight. I would have rather... Here's the thing. You could stall the point for 10, 20, 30 seconds, whatever, and then lose the fight. Or you could win the fight, get all your ult charges up, and then have the card be in the same exact spot because you won the fight. Like, all you needed to do there, you had a sneaky, super stealthy advantage on that Zen. Hit him with a 1 right click, maybe 2 right clicks, dash through him, he's dead. He's not gonna... There's platinum tanks aren't gonna turn around and bubble him to keep him safe. They're not paying attention to you. They don't have their attention on you. You need to not do dumb shit like that. Don't fucking give yourself 30 seconds of downtime. That's ridiculous.
I will not waste this chance.
Like, you had a really good engage setup there, where your tanks were taking attention, and the enemies weren't looking at you at all. That was really good. You can kill this McCree. Either kill him or force him into the trance. Good. Now you have free Blade. Okay, dash in. Good Blade. Swing at Zen. Dash through Zen. Swing at Zen again. Oh, you missed. Unfortunate. But damn, you're swinging at your own Zarya. So, what I have to say about that Blade? Good timing, poor execution. Like, it was really good that you didn't you got a kill from someone who was separated from trance. Very good job diving that McCree while the trance was active. That was huge. After that, dashing in to get damage off on Zen, and then Blade, and then hopefully slash and dash through him. I like the attempt. I don't know if he did it quick enough. I'm not sure why the Zen didn't die. Let me watch that back real quick, actually. Oh, you missed him with the initial dash, it looks like. Yeah. So you dash in, you hit the Ana, you don't hit the Zen. So if you killed that Zen, you would have been able to dash away from the grab if you knew it was coming. But it is what it is. That's just a mechanical mistake. Shit happens. This is a really rough game. Like, just the way your team's playing is really bad. But I mean, obviously, there's still big mistakes that you're making, and maybe a better Genji would. Actually, no. I'd get a better Genji definitely would be able to carry this game. Like, the enemy's also playing really poorly. They're not putting a lot of attention on you, so you should be able to do more work. Like, they don't turn. Their tanks aren't turning around for when you go for their Zen. They're not doing it quick enough, at least. So you should be on that Zen kind of 24/7. I would play almost like Doomfist here, honestly. Kind of lurk around, because you're running Mercy for most of it, and then Ana towards the end. You're not gonna have like a win condition built around Blade until the end with Nano Blade, but I don't think that came to fruition. So I would kind of play like a quickly get in there, engage, right click, kill something, dash out, kind of Doomfist slash Reaper play style of take your engagements in short bursts and then get out. That's what I do against Zen, because he's easy to kill, and his ult kind of counters your ults. So if you're not running Nano Blade, your ult is kind of bad. Not really worth farming up. Anyway, if their team, oh, perfect, good job. I like what you did there. Their tanks drop off, leaving the McCree isolated by himself. You go right for him with like no hesitation. That was good. You miss your shots, that's whatever. Ooh, all right, I don't like this. If you have a sneaky position on the enemy, you don't want to poke or take their attention until you're ready to like execute somebody. So you throw one left click out, it makes a noise, it makes the McCree turn around. Whereas 2 seconds ago, he's not looking at you. He has no clue you're over here. He's facing here, he's tunnel visioning forward. If you don't take his attention, you could get your dash off cooldown. Like if you just wait 2 or 3 seconds. I know I said no downtime, but waiting for cooldowns is okay. You could have waited for your dash and engaged on the McCree, who was a little far from his healers. You could have went for the Mercy, but instead you go for this really, really bad engage. Let's talk about what's bad about it. So after poking, taking his attention, you hit a nice headshot, sure. Expect him to be healed by this time. So let's do the math real quick, okay? McCree has 200 HP. You deflected a headshot, that's 140 HP missing. So he has 60. A dash ain't gonna kill him. Now, if you hit him with a shuriken and dash, sure, but you don't like to throw right clicks before your dashes. Plus with the amount of time... Oh, look, you did throw a shuriken before the dash. Good job. Plus with the amount of time that you waited, you have to expect that he got healed. Especially if they have Lucia, that's AoE healing. You gotta expect that he's healed by that time. I would not have dashed in there. Okay, back to you. A quick tip, if you're going for shield break, right clicking is much better. The fire rate of it is significantly quicker than throwing left clicks. Like the rate at which you output 30 shuriken with right click is much quicker than left click. I don't have the numbers, it's just significantly quicker. Also, if you dash for the Sigma, he dies. I don't know. I don't think you have a reason to think he's this low because you can't see the HP bars in game. But man, if you dash through Sigma, he dies. Cool, killed him. Don't let her res. Well, you let her res, but you fucking kill everyone else. Good job. That was awesome. Ooh, excuse me. You go for a lot of left clicks, and I don't really like that. Because, like I said, right click has a quicker fire rate, and right clicks are kind of more forgiving. You know what I mean? I like the engage here. I like this hard engage because you're pocketed and you're Genji. Like you shouldn't die here. Hit one more shot on the Junkrat. Oh, that's just a mechanics issue. You just didn't hit. One shot on the Junkrat would have killed him. Then you would have been able to dash out. Shit happens. I hate to just say, hey, practice your mechanics more, but that's honestly a big tip that would help you out a lot, I think. Is just play more Genji and get more used to his firing. It's been 15 minutes already? Shit, okay. I'm not gonna watch the whole VoD, because we're not even halfway done. I'll watch like another 2 minutes. Alright. I don't like that, but it is what it is. Now you have damage boost. Okay, it looks like you're about to blade. They don't have beat. Now, they're nowhere near beat. Like, they're at 48. Why would I go for this blade, even though it's been 2 fights, as opposed to the other one, where it was 2 fights as well? Zen builds ult quicker than Lucio. Like, Lucio takes a really long time to build ult. Because think about it, he gets most of his value from speeding around. I mean, even though they're on double shield, you might expect him to be in your back doing Reddit shit, who fucking knows. Like, a good Lucio's getting value from speed boost most of the time, which doesn't build ult charge. So you can blade here without expecting a beat. Alright. So, let's see real quick. I don't like the way you bladed into this McCree. Because he has no attention on you. I'll say the word once he puts attention on you. Alright. I should have said the word earlier. Anyway. So you miss your dash. From this position, he's missing a decent bit of HP. I would just go for regular shots to kill him. Because regular shots is gonna be quicker. And you won't be locked in the whole Dragonblade pulling out animation, which means you won't be able to deflect while you're doing the animation. So, if you're just going for regular reckless onto this McCree, you put yourself at less of a risk. You know they have a Mercy. You know they have a, what's it called? A Lucio. But instead you go for the Orisa, who has Halt, or who has Fortify. Now she should have used it early. I don't know if it was on cooldown. I don't know if you knew it was off cooldown. I don't know the situation. But unless there's a call out that she's missing Fortify, you don't go for the Orisa when she has heals alive. Going for Sigma's better because he has 400 HP with no damage reduction ability. Orisa has big damage reduction ability. So going for Orisa is not really the best play there. Additionally, going for Mercy would be alright. She was in Valk, so it's going to be hard to, you know, it's going to be harder to kill her, but you still could kill her with Blade 100%. Also, right here, you're doing the thing again, where if you're on the side and you're poking, you're taking attention, and getting, like, meaningless damage. You could get a ton more damage if you stay low-key. If you realize who has attention on you, and if it's nobody, don't throw a left click for no reason just to take attention. This is, oh my god, so much damage. Good job. That was good. Sure, you didn't get the kill, but it is what it is. You're killing that McCree. You know that McCree's dead. You could kind of just bully them now. They don't have stun for you. Well, I mean, they have rock. Just don't get a halt rock, and you'll be okay. Alright, they use rock. Go and break that Mongo. Massive shatter. Get your dash resets. Get your dash resets. If you see a massive shatter or a massive grav on flux even like a massive Hammond slam or something, you could kind of just realize that that's a big opportunity to get your dash reset. Getting a dash reset it kind of snowballs the fight. Like that's kind of how you pop with Genji. You see an engagement from something, shatter, grav, whatever. You dash in, you get a kill, you have a dash reset right afterwards, you can deal more consistent damage. I would say just keep chaining that shit together. Just keep spamming shift bar, honestly. That's shift bar. Anyway, it's been 18 minutes, so I'm going to wrap up. Let's give a quick summary. What are some of your big issues? I think your biggest issue is you poke when you don't have attention on you, which causes you to take attention. You might think, oh, I'm making space, but like if your tanks are taking attention, you're the lethal one, and Genji's fucking broken right now. You can quickly dash into somebody and kill them before they even react to you. Especially if they're not paying attention to you. You could fuck them, especially someone with a fat hitbox like McCree or Zen. Another big thing is mechanics. Work more on your mechanics. I could tell you're not too comfortable with them. Like, they're not terrible, it's just they're not good. And that's fine. Like, you don't play a ton of Genji. I would just recommend playing more Genji and getting comfortable with the mechanics. Thirdly is, let's talk about blades a little bit. Your blades are fine. I think target priority was an issue when you went for the Orisa with the halt. And then you went for Zen, who you didn't hit with your dash. That kind of ties into the mechanical thing. But it's good that you, how do I describe it? The play you made where you kill the person who's separated from trance and then go in after the trance is gone, that was perfect. Like, sure, you got grabbed and you didn't get the kill in the Zen, but I think you played that really well. I probably would have done the same exact thing, just a little cleaner. What else? I think that's it, honestly. If you have any questions, let me know. If anyone else sees this VoD review and wants me to review their VoD, just has any questions, my Discord's in the description, or you could leave a comment in the leave a comment in the section. What's the word? Leave a comment in the comment section down below. But if you're gonna leave me a replay code, please don't just leave the code. I saw someone do that on my last video and I was very confused, because if I'm gonna watch that replay, I'm gonna see 12 people and I have no clue what their name is. So if you're gonna leave a VoD code, make sure you tell me what rank you are, what platform you're on, and your player name, so I know who to watch. With that being said, that's gonna be the end of the video. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.